butchering. I must be colorblind because I'm seeing Karn and blue cards. No, you're not colorblind at all. So, every time that people see Nykthos Shrine to Nyx in Pioneer, they always associate it with green cards, Llanowar Elves and stuff. We've decided to trade Llanowar Elves for Omen Hawker, which is kind of a mana dork if you squint hard enough. The really cool thing about Omen Hawker is you can use the mana from Omen Hawker to activate Nykthos. So you actually do kind of get a pretty significant mana boost. Like, there's some opening hands with this deck where you open on Leyline, play turn 1 Omen Hawker, that's 3 devotion. Then you can go play Nykthos on turn 2, use the Omen Hawker to make Nykthos for 3, and then use your other land for 4 mana. That's turn 2 Karn. So you do really have some cool openings with this. And that's kind of the synergy that we're building around, is Omen Hawker activating Nykthos. You have 4 copies of Sleight of Hand to help find Nykthos. You have some other, like, devotion stuff. So you have Merfolk Trickster, which is can sort of act as a pseudo removal spell, because you can go, like, if you're on the play, you can turn to tap their elf and their upkeep to kind of time walk them for a little bit. It's also a wizard for Wizard's Retort, which is kind of sick. Then we have Sleep-Cursed Faerie, which might look out of place, but there's a couple of cool things that it does. First and foremost, you can use, again, mana from Omen Hawker to untap Sleep-Cursed Faerie. And then the other cool thing is Blade of Shared Souls. So if you curve Sleep-Cursed Faerie into Blade of Shared Souls, you can copy the Sleep-Cursed Faerie, and you just have a 3/3 flyer board 2 that's untapped, which is kind of sick. So that's some cool synergy. You have, like, Faerie Mastermind, again, another, sort of payoff for Omen Hawker, a couple of borrowers for interaction, and then your big payoff, really the only payoff in the deck, is Karn for, having a bunch of mana, and you'll notice we have a ton of, different stuff that we can search for. So you have your, usual fare, Tormod's Crypt, Pithing Needle, Damping Sphere, Stone Brain, Filigree Sylex, Transmogrifying Wand, Skysovereign, Cityscape. Like, these are kind of cards that you're probably used to by now in the mono-green deck. But then you also have Bladecoil Serpent, which, when you're making an abundance of blue mana with Nykthos, is particularly powerful, because if you have like 10 mana or so with Nykthos, you can just get this and draw 5 cards with it. So that's kind of cool. It's like a kind of a Gadwick that you can Karn for, if that makes sense, which is pretty sick. You have an Agatha's Soul Cauldron in the sideboard, which might look a little weird, but we have Omen Hawker, Sleep-Cursed Faerie, Spectral Sailor, Faerie Mastermind, all of which can, like, in certain situations, if you have those in your graveyard, you can get Cauldron. Specifically with Sailor, because you, like, have a bunch of mana with Nykthos, they kill your Sailor, then you just go Cauldron, get Cauldron with Karn, activate, target Sailor, put a counter on your thing, and then you have a bunch of mana with now a Spectral Sailor, so you can draw a bunch of cards. So that's kind of cool. And then we have a Blade in the sideboard, which again is mostly just here to, like, copy Sleep-Cursed Faerie as additional threats. You can copy Merfolk Trickster, which gives you an additional, essentially, 3 points of devotion, because you get 1 from the Blade of Shared Soul, and the token actually retains the pips. So if you copy a Merfolk Trickster, you get 1 devotion here, and then 2 devotion from the token. That's copying the Trickster, so that's kind of cool as well. But yeah, that's pretty much everything. Got a couple of castles and a couple of halls in the mana base to help prevent flooding, and 1 copy of Otawara. But this looks pretty cool. I have not really experimented a ton with Omen Hawker Nykthos decks, and this one looks pretty good, so I'm excited to try it. You expect to play against those decks more, or Scam? Because you kind of really do need Dismember for Scam. I think if you wanted to build the deck with Narset and Days Undoing Mason, you could do that. But I don't think you want to play Narset without Days Undoing. Yeah, Crucible could be more reasonable, if you're worried about Field of Ruin. You're late, you missed it, Bolt. Damn, this song goes hard. Spiring Advantage. Dude, I swear to God, Convoke is just the scam of Pioneer. Wizard check? How is this thing not a wizard? If you looked at this image, and I didn't tell you the creature type or the color, would you tell me that this is a wizard or no? Perhaps I should have just held a borrower here. Might have been better. Kraken Advisor? No, I mean, come on, this thing's definitely a wizard. What do you look at it? It's a wizard. How is this not a wizard? And before chat says it looks like a goblin. Cephalid goblin. Okay. Well, their hand's not just the nuts, which is shocking, to be honest. All right, go, I guess. Yeah, full society. If this thing was a wizard, yeah, I guess we're just holding up counterspell. Looks like a tree folk rogue. What about tree folk wizard? Thoughts? I have not bolt, and I don't know that I ever will. Sweet ponder art. I mean, it's got the 3 orbs, right? This kind of has some similar vibes to the core set ponder art with the orbs. Well, now because you said that, I'm not going to. If you had asked nicely, I would have considered it, but because you're demanding me and ordering me to, I think I will elect to not do so. Gleeful Demolition. So I can counter this, or I can bounce the clue. If I bounce the clue, they just get the sacket, though, and I lose the borrower. And low-key, I kind of want this borrower. So I think I'm just going to counter it, which looks weird. Yeah, Omen Hawker does activate Nykthos. That's kind of the synergy that we're going for here. Well, the thing about that booster is, like, if their hand is just 2 Convoke cards, I would much rather just counter their tokens and not let them have them, and just hope that they get stranded with 2 Convoke cards. This only copies my stuff, right? Yeah. It's gonna be like I copy the Thraven Inspector to have a 1/2 blocker. What am I doing with my life? I think I'm just gonna play Omen Hawker, Nykthos, pass, hold up borrower. And then hopefully we can find a Karn. We'll have 4 devotions, so we can go activate Nykthos for 6 mana. Playing Hawker and Nykthos is net mana. Well, this only taps for 2, right? So this can make 2 blue. I have access to 4 mana right now. It's a May. Yeah, it's a May. I could have just ran the Blade out there, I guess. But I kind of want to hold up Borrower. Okay. I guess if they play a Convoke creature, I'll just bounce the Bunny. Yeah, we do have Leyline of Anticipation, X4. Not lucky enough to have it in my opening hand, of course. Right, yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah, let's bounce the Bunny here. Wait, do I have enough to do both? No, because this is only 4 mana, right? 2, yeah, I'm 1 mana short. So bounce Bunny. Untap. So I guess we can go... I don't have enough to activate Nykthos, right? Or, sorry, activate the Hall of Storm Giants, because I can go 2, make 2 blue, 3, cast Borrower, play second Nykthos. Yeah, I don't have enough. And then I can use this Omen Hawker to activate Nykthos for 4, cast the Blade, but then I still can't activate the Hall, so... At that point, why don't we just go... I guess, is there a way I can do this without... Yeah, I guess I can just do it this way, right? Cast Borrower, use Omen Hawker, activate Nykthos, play Blade, play Hall. Actually, might have enough to activate both Halls next turn. Does Trickster help versus Elephant ATB? No, because the trigger's already on the stack when it enters the battlefield. So it doesn't quite work the way you want it to. So let's copy Borrower just for more devotion. Play Hall. Pass. Probably have to maybe do some chump blocking this turn, but now I have 2/4. I have 7 devotion. So this makes 7. Activate Hall. Yeah, play second Nykthos, use this, activate Nykthos, activate second Hall. So I can fire up both Halls next turn. Which is kind of crazy. I'm just going to take this. Trickster kills bunny. Oh, because, well, not a bunny with a counter on it, right? But it does make it, it does have no abilities, yeah. What's the concept with Blade? Yeah, it's a lot of devotion, because if you curve, like, Trickster into Blade, this is +3 devotion. So you're not infinite comboing with Blade. It's just, like, a way to make a threat that also makes a bunch of devotion. And it can be, like, good if you draw Karn, because then you can say, like, play a leveler, and then have your creature immediately become a leveler. So it's mostly there for Karn, honestly. But, you know, a little bit of early devotion, too, which is nice. That's kind of a sick line, though, where you go Karn Leveler, play Leveler, then move the Blade, copy Leveler. That's kind of sick. Like, if I draw Karn here, they're almost certainly dead. How about Island? Is Island good? What's up, Ricardito? Whenever it becomes attached to a creature for as long as it remains attached to it. Okay. Rosie Dog, thank you for the 17-month resub. Welcome back, Rosie Dog. Hope you're doing well. So, I was actually thinking about use Nykthos for 7, animate Hall, play second Nykthos, activate Omen Hawker, activate second Hall, then use 2 blue to move the Blade onto the Borrower and copy Hall, and attack with 3 Halls. And then I have 1 blocker back, which doesn't leave me dead on board, because I can block with this Rebel. If they chump block with Bunny, tap Rebel, they only have 8 damage. Doesn't work? Why does that not work? Oh, right, I would get the land. You're right. Okay. Yeah, you're right. You're right. True. Okay. Yeah, you're right. Okay, so that doesn't work. Well, I mean, we could still activate Double Hall, right? It's weird, though. I need a blocker. Wait, I'm just dead on board if I do that, right? If I activate Double Hall. Yeah, I guess the other line is just, like, attack for 6, pass, and hold up blockers? Is that maybe better? I probably have to, right? It sucks that I can't play the second Nykthos, because I can't activate both Halls on defense. Wait, what if... Okay, is it not better to activate 1 Hall, play the Nykthos, and then hold up the Hall on defense? Yeah, I think that's way better, right? Because I can even leave the Hawkers untapped. Yeah, I think that's way better. So we just go, make a 7/7. Yeah, I like this better. So we can go animate Hall. Yeah, this is good. Activate Nykthos without second Omen and do 2 Hall attack, leave a Hawker back. Well, the problem with only leaving 1 blocker back... So what, you want to go use this Omen Hawker and the Nykthos, animate the Hall, and then only leave the Hawker back? So if I do that, then they can go... They have to at least chump block, right? So they probably chump block with Giant Killer. Then they just pop Dunes, I chump block here, and I take lethal. So I can't do that, right? Yeah, I think this is my only good line. The problem is it's not a lethal attack, right? They don't have to block this. They can just take 13. Yeah, they have Giant Killer to tap too. Well, see, here's the thing, right? If they preemptively Giant Killer tap Omen Hawker, I could just float mana and then use that to animate the Hall. So, like, they don't really have a good tap with the Giant Killer with this setup, right? If I leave both Hawkers back. It is kind of unfortunate that I have to burn the Nykthos this turn, because then I can't double haul next turn either. But maybe I don't have to double haul next turn. This deck is cool. Omen Hawker activating Nykthos is kind of sick. I kind of understand why now. There's I think there's 3 halls in this deck, right? Which I thought was a lot at first, but it actually kind of makes a lot of sense with how frequently you get to just, like, Nykthos activate Hall. It's almost like that's your payoff for Nykthos, which is totally fine. Especially when you draw 2 Nykthos. And see here, like, they're just dead, right? Because I have 2 Borrowers. I guess they're not dead. Well, now they're definitely not dead. Because they had Giant Killer anyways, but now they have a chump blocker. Do they even have good attacks? No, there's no Gadwicks. The idea is we're playing Karn instead of Gadwick, and we can Karn for Bladecoil as, like, a makeshift Gadwick. So they probably just don't attack here, right? If they drew Immodanes... Yeah, because then we block these two. No, we take 8 and go to 1, right? We weren't even dead to Immodanes. Oh, I guess they tap... No, because if they tap... Yeah. Untap. Sleep-Cursed Faerie. Can I activate Hall here? I don't think so. I think I just have to hold everything on defense except the Borrowers. So I'm pretty sure we just go to combat. They probably tap a Borrower. Well, actually, no, they don't tap Borrower, right? They just let me attack, chump block 1, take 3, end of turn, tap Hawker. I use the mana to remove a counter. Then I'd have 2. And then I have Omen Hawker as my only thing untapped. They go to combat. I block here, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Well, if they attack with this, then I could just untap Faerie, block, take 5. 8 if they pop Dunes. Okay, let's just go to combat. I don't know if I can overnight those to you, Bolt. Also, I may be playing them in an RCQ myself. This is a very complicated game. Okay, we're tapping a Borrower, which I don't mind. I'm, like, somewhat happy with that. Do they go to 3 is the question. Will they go to 3? I mean, the Ornithopter does represent a point of damage with the Shepherd Dunes, if they hold it back. If they swing lethal back at me. Well, I have 2 blockers. I don't think I'm dead on the crackback. I should have enough blockers, right? Yeah, that's the other thing. It's like, do I want to... Well, hold on. So I can move the blade. If I move the blade twice... Right, so I can move the blade to Borrower, make it a copy of Faerie, untap it, but then if I move it back, it's now a Borrower that also can't block. Right, so there's kind of no point in doing that. I guess I can move blade to... Yeah, that doesn't do anything. Yeah, I'm just going to pass. That doesn't actually accomplish anything. But I could do that. I could move blade here and then untap it. I guess I could have moved blade here, untapped it, and just passed. Right? Or just, like, move blade here and then pass with the option to untap it, because then it's a Sleep-Cursed Faerie, which can block. So maybe that was a good line. Right? Spend 2 mana, move this here, copy Sleep-Cursed, pass, because then I have an extra blocker, and I still have enough to go tap this, Nykthos, animate Hall. That might have been better. Still don't really think... Oh, I don't know. I guess they think they have good attacks. Okay, so if I do this... 6 mana, animate Hall. They have to spend 4 to tap it. And then I just take 8, go to 1. 2... Oh, no, because then I die to, Epicure, right? Because I go tap Omen Hawker. Oh, what if I just use the Nykthos? What if I just do this? This is probably fine too, right? Yeah. Animate Hall, they tap it, then I just go block, take 4. Then I still can't die. Yeah, I just want to make them tap out. Because if they tap out, I win. Right? If they use 4 mana to tap the Hall, they have 1 left. I block here, take 4. You know what I mean? It's up hilarious. Might as well just use the mana floating while I can. So block your 5/5, chump your 4/4, take 4. It's 5. No, it's 4, right? It's word. Oh, it's word 3. You're right. Yeah, word 3. You can just take 4, I think. Should be able to take 4. Yeah, we could use this mana to untap a Fae. What's up, Golem? Alright, cool. That was a sick game. I mean, their draw wasn't very good. So, you know. Their draw was, I would say, significantly below average. So we only really have 4 sideboard cards, and I don't think this is a Tidebinder matchup, because the creatures that we care about are white, the 4/4s. So I think I'm just going to submit. This deck is sweet. A lot of cool lines with, like, Omen Hawker, Nykthos, and that kind of stuff. A lot of sweet lines. Even just, like, Blade of Shared Souls with Sleep Curse, being able to untap all of your stuff, that could come up too. Glaring Spotlight. 1-mana artifact. Creatures your opponents control with hexproof can be targets of spells and abilities you control as though they didn't have hexproof. For the Boggles matchup, this hand is the schnuts. Well, I mean, it's got Leyline and Nykthos, that's why it's the schnuts. This is like Splinter Twin. For people who are not familiar with Leyline of Anticipation in Blue Devotion, your win percentage increases drastically when you have it in your opening hand. Yeah, Omen Hawker would be nuts here. This deck definitely abuses Nykthos. If more people catch on to the deck, Nykthos is definitely getting banned. That is some high-quality copy pasta. You guys thought mono green was the problem? Let me tell you, let me tell you about my best friend. Omen Hawker. Damn it. Never lucky. Never, ever lucky. Yeah, I guess Shadow Spear is also Boggles hate. I don't know if we need to sideboard for Boggles, guys. I think we're okay. Not exactly what I'm looking to draw. So they're probably going to play a Convoke creature this turn. I would have to guess. Or not. Never mind. Alright, cool. I'll take 2. I am A-okay with that. Yep. So I guess their plan is to just activate Bloods. A little bit, B-Dogs. Not too much. Sleight of Hand. What am I looking for? Probably a Trickster, because I have Nykthos. Let's Sleight of Hand first. I mean, it is Devotion. Yeah, so I guess we just take this. Go to combat? Attack for 2, play Sleep Curse, play Land Pass. Alright, this thing has Flash. I forgore. Literally have a Leyline in play. This card does have text, you know. It does in fact have text. I'm just asserting dominance. Just like they're attacking with Ornithopter. Karn also has Flash. Whoa. Based. We can Karn uptick on Embercleave and then it falls off. I don't know if that's a good line, but, you know. So I have 4 mana. This might just be like a bounce plus cast Borrower this turn. Right? Because I have 5 with the island. Yeah, then we can have more Devotion in play for like a double Nykthos Karn turn next turn, which I think I like a little bit better. Let's probably attack. I'm not going to block with the Mastermind. We could end of turn Karn. On your end step, cast Karn Giga Chad. You look so tired. What do you mean? I'm not that tired. I actually got a really good night's sleep last night. I'm feeling good. I think I'm gonna bounce the Epicure and not the Embercleave. Although, actually, if I bounce the Embercleave, they can't replay it because they didn't attack with the Ornithopter. Yeah, let's actually do that. Oh, I have to do everything now? Yeah. Yeah, let's bounce the Embercleave. It's funny, they thought about attacking with the Ornithopter, and then they chose not to. But it actually would have been better if they attacked with the Ornithopter. That's hilarious. I guess I would have gotten to eat the Ornithopter. No, because if I block the Ornithopter with this, they just cleave the Ornithopter. But if I tell you Pioneer Scam is playing Soul Cauldron now, that kind of makes sense. It's got some activated abilities. I could buy that. Okay, so we know they have Embercleave. Keep that in mind. 2, 4, 5, 6. So let's do some quick math. 6 mana, second Nykthos. That's 10, 11. So I can Karn with 7 floating. What can I do with Karn and 7 floating? Can Filigree Sylex all their zeros, but they still have 3 Epicures. I can Stonebraid Embercleave. One short of Cityscape. Oh, I can instant speed boat. No, because I don't think I can hold up the mana, right? Yeah, because I don't have enough to hold up the Nykthos activation. Right, because I have 6 mana. I can play Karn with 2 floating. But then if I play the other Nykthos, I only have 1 left over. So I can't Nykthos on their turn. Yeah, I could Bladecoil. Yeah, if we had 1 more untap land. Let's play Karn. I don't hate Bladecoiling. Just to find that other payoff for next turn, because they're probably going to kill my Karn. They may want to activate Bloodseer. Lemon Wedge, I'm kind of liking this deck a lot. There's some really cool stuff going on here. Yeah, I guess I could also just boat and kill their Epicure. And then, yeah, boat's probably a little bit better, right? Honk. So we just go boat kill an Epicure, and then we use the other mana to untap the Sleep-Cursed Faerie. And then we can hold up boat on defense, which is kind of hot. I think no attacks here. Like with this. Yeah, end step Karn. I thought about doing it that turn, but I wanted to use my mana in some other fashion. And then we just set up for like the double Nykthos turn. Anytime you draw a double Nykthos and Karn, it's kind of messed up. As most green players can probably attest. Yeah, let me know, B-Dugs. I'm still messing around with that deck on Arena. Alright, what do you got? They can attack for 3, and then Embercleave for 3 mana. Yeah, the coolest thing about the Wishboard to me, honestly, was the Bladecoil Serpent, because it's like, you can just wish for a Gadwick. And previous Mono Blue Devotions deck were not able to do that. If you just had an abundance of mana, you didn't have, like, a thing you could search for that just drew you, like, a million cards. And Bladecoil's a really sick find. There's not really an infinite combo dodge, it's mostly just a value card. Where, like, it's pretty powerful with Sleep-Cursed Faerie, because if you play Sleep-Cursed Faerie and then play Blade on 3, you copy the Sleep-Cursed Faerie, and it comes into play untapped. So you just have, like, a 3-mana 3/3 flyer that has Ward 2. And then also the other cool thing is you can do some stuff where you, like, say, attack with a big creature, and then post-combat, you Blade onto the creature, copy Faerie, spend 2 mana, untap it, and then move the Blade back to, like, kind of act as the pseudo-vigilance card. There's some cool stuff you can do with it. Okay, that's like the scariest card they could have had. Because now we are a little bit worried about Bunny Cleave. What can we do about Bunny Cleave? I can just get the Transmogrifying Wand. The question is, can I beat Cleave on a 2/4? That's the real question. Filigree Sylex for 0 to make it a 3. It would still be a 5/5 though. Well, it's 3/3 currently, but then Cleave makes it 4, and then the +1/+1 makes it 5. Can't animate the Cleave at instant speed though. Oh, I guess I could just Stonebrain. Wait, what if I just Stonebrain their Embercleave? No cap. No cap on a stack. Oh, you're saying the boat kills Bunny if 3/3. Okay, sure. I see what you're saying. Yeah, I gotcha. Because we can make it a 3/3 right now. Yeah. I see what you're saying. I was worried about going to next turn, but there is going to be no next turn. We get punished if they drew Resolute Reinforcements. Oh, I guess they could also have Destroy Evil. Probably should have gone for the Sylex post-combat. Like, I could have attacked first and then gotten the Sylex post-combat. That would have been a little bit better. Alright, well, they actually have nothing, so that also works. Alright, you can go. You figure it out. And it turns out they have nothing. Why not crew with the untap? Oh, I could have crewed with this, attacked with both, and then untapped the Sleep-Cursed on their turn. Yeah, sure. That could have been better, too. Rending Volley. Touche. Okay. So their last card is Cleave. But we're not even dead to the Cleave. Right? We just take 5. Who cares? And they have to spend their entire turn doing that. Boros, Convoke, or Heroic being better. I think Convoke is a little bit better. I would say that Heroic is better against green, Convoke is better against Rakdos. And I think in general there's more Rakdos decks than there are green decks. So I think that's where I'm at on that debate. Heroic is pretty bad into Rakdos. I'm just gonna take this. Yeah, I'll take 5. I accept. I'm at 2. Okay. So we don't have quite lethal. Oh yeah, we do. 10 damage. 10 damage. You're dead. Cool. Sick. That went pretty well. Wish I was in the play with this hand. It's a little sus. I'm gonna ship it. Okay, well, this hand's a lot better. I'm gonna keep this one. This is the same hand, but we traded a land for a Leyline. So I accept. This is turn 3 Karn. See, who needs Land War Elves when you just have, Leyline of Anticipation plus double blue card? Elvish Mystique. It's not a bad turn 1 play. What are we looking for? Definitely not more Leylines. I'll tell you that much. I have a question. Is Flash with Flash equals split second? Like if you're casting the card Flash with Leyline of Anticipation? I never thought of it that way. So I guess we're tapping Pack Leader this turn. Is this the Bleach House special? You'll love to see the Bleach House special. Yeah, I guess I could have. I'm not used to playing with this card. It wouldn't have changed. It wouldn't have changed what I took, but yes, I should have slighted on their turn. Okay. I think I will not take the damage this turn. Now what? I think this might be a setup turn, and then we set up for a big Nykthos next turn. Just try to get boat. Like, we can go Sleep-Cursed Faerie, Trickster, tap down Lovestruck Beast, or even maybe let them attack. No. But yeah, I think I'm just going to go Sleep-Cursed, Castle, pass. I keep forgetting this goddamn Leyline. I got a Sleep-Cursed on their turn. I need to have a sign that just says your cards have flash. Your cards have flash, because I keep getting got by that. Ooh, Coco into 2 elves. Yeah, so now if I tap down Lovestruck Beast, they don't get the draw card. So let's do that. So we get hit for 3, but that's fine. I mean, I could also trade. I could just trade a 2/2 for the Werewolf Pack Leader. Is that a good trade? Leaves me with 5 devotion, which gives me access to 6 mana next turn. So let's think about this. We trade here. Next turn, Karn for Sylex. Uptick Sylex, take 5, then kill all their elves the turn after. I think that's fine. Because I kind of want to get Sylex anyways. So, yeah, so we just go here. Karn, 1 floating. I'm definitely going to get the Sylex. I know my cards have flash, but I have to do this here because I need to get a counter on the Sylex. This is like the one spot where I have to do all of this now. I guess I lose my Sleep-Cursed Faerie. That's kind of annoying. A fair trade, though. 4 elves for one lowly Sleep-Cursed Faerie. I think I will accept that trade. If only Leyline of Anticipation let you activate Karn at instant speed. Now then we're talking. Now we're talking. I feel like it should. Fleecebane Lion. Now that's a throwback. Haven't heard that name in a while. One of the cards of all time. I played the shit out of that card in Standard. I don't think they should be attacking with this human token. Because they're just losing it for free, right? Oh, they have Coco, that's why. Okay, I guess if they have Coco, this makes sense. Wait, but the Love Shark Beast is going at me. And now Karn doesn't die. I don't think they should be doing this. I think they should just send everything at Karn. Guess maybe they don't care about the Karn being at 1. Panic at the Top Hat. Very awesome username. Thank you for the 2-month resub. Is there a combo with Blade of Shared Souls? No, it's just a value card. It's just like if you curve Trickster into Blade, it's +3 devotion. Think of it as your old growth troll. You just want more devotion with Nykthos. Okay, they're sending everything at Karn, which makes sense. I'm just gonna eat the human token. Not gonna play around Wandering Emperor. Alright, Karn down. I'm sorry, what? I'm sorry, what? DJ, run that shit back. DJ, run that shit back. Jump scare. So it's awkward. I would like to Blade the Sleep-Cursed Faerie, but if I do that, then I lose the token to the Filigree Sylex. So what's my plan here? Obviously I'm popping this, but what's the plan after that? Like, do I want to make Nykthos mana first? Like, I could go... I could go make 5, pop this, lose this, and then just play these 2. But if I'm just playing these 2, then I don't need the extra mana, right? So let's just do this. Then we can just flash these 2 in, make a ton of mana. No, that doesn't work, because what happens with Blade is you get the 2/2, it attaches to the Blade, and then you get to copy, so it doesn't actually trigger the Trickster. I'm pretty sure. But if they send with both, we get to eat both 1/1s, which I guess they're just not doing. Alright, so I'm just going to eat the 1/1 token. Take 8, go to 12. Just take a little damage here. It's fine. Let's see what their follow-up is. Oh, their pack leader's good. So we go end of turn Sailor. Blade. Mostly just because I want to get more devotion in play. Not going to upkeep Castle. 2, 4, 6. I have 8 devotion, so I have 9 total mana. So I guess we slight main phase in case we hit Karn. I mean, I didn't come here to not hardcast this card. Wait, is it actually... Hold on. Is it unironically better to just make a 6/6? I think it is. Yeah, I'm sorry, chat. I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry. Yeah, it also has flash. There's no reason to cast it main phase. But I think it is way better to cycle, because we just eat the Lovestruck Beast this way. Actually, I might just take a big hit from Lovestruck and eat the pack leader. Because they're going to attack with everything and draw a card. I guess I could just double block. Double block pack leader, eat the Lovestruck, take 4 if they attack with the 1/1. It's like kind of annoying. They honestly should eat the Leyline, I think. I think this is the scariest card for them. Either that or like maybe the Blade. I think they should just get the Leyline though. So the issue is if I let this go, I can only make a 5/5. So I have to just do this now. Because I need it to be a 6/6. Okay. So now they can't really attack this turn. I mean, I guess maybe if the plan was... Holy shit, they're just shoving? This can't be a good attack. That's a little ambitious there, buddy. There's no way that's a good attack. Land go? We're kind of just playing defense here, right? Yeah, we're just playing defense. I could have maybe plucked him for 1. But we're going to win the long game. Yeah, finally understanding Flash. Ooh. We're shoving. This is ambitious. Sure. Yeah, Fate can be a blocker. Okay, before damage, let's cast this. Yeah, it could be a Ganjo. So 2, 3... I have 6 Devotion. So I have 7 mana. Which means I can just untap this... No, I can't quite make it a blocker, right? Because I need to untap it 4 times? Yeah, 1 mana off. It's up Savage. We're 1-0 so far. So, in that case, if I can't untap the Faerie, why don't we just put... Just do like this, maybe? Take 6. What if I did this? Take 8, go to 4? Because I think I'd rather kill the pack leader. Then we could trade here, get a 3/3. No, I'd rather do this, because the 3/3 that we get from this can just trade for the pack leader next turn. And we're losing this either way to a Ganjo. Damage is fine. Guess I could have drawn a card to like try and find more interaction. Lovestruck Beast. Okay. I think we're kind of crushing. Draw a card. Activate this. Play Sleight of Hand. Take Brazen Borrower. Not sure we can lose this one now. Attack for 1. I'm just gonna play super safe. I don't really see myself losing this game. Trample on pack leader plus a Ganjo. Well, I drew the Borrower now, so the Borrower probably locks things up. I could just play this game super safe. Not worry about too much. But that is maybe one way I could lose. Or just getting in there. Okay, draw a card. 6 mana currently for that play. Yeah, they don't have enough. They don't have nearly enough mana for that. Not even close to enough. Because they need 4 for this and 2 for this. Or 2 for the Ganjo. Can I go to blocks? May I go to the block phase? So let's make 6. Untap. Untap. So, as it currently stands, we can bounce the Brimaz, eat this, trade here, eat these two. So, bounce the Brimaz. 1 mana. Okay. Now what? Sure. So I guess this kills the 6/6. It's fine. Well, it's actually not fine. I'm at 5. We can do this. Go to 1. Yeah, I guess we go to 1. We may actually lose this game. That'd be impressive. Okay, play this. It's not bad. So, I guess the issue is we are currently dead to a land. Right? Yeah, because if they find a land, they could just pump this. We don't have enough toughness. We'd have to draw into something off the Sailor. But let's just hope they don't find a land. Because we can trade the board right now. 3/3, 1/1, 2/2. So we can trade off for the board. And we drew a counter spell, which is, good if they try to cast Brimaz. Sphinx and Loremaster. Yeah, there was some cool stuff when DMU came out. I haven't touched it I haven't touched it since then, but Omen Hawker is a really cool addition. Ooh, they drew a land, but it's a tap land. Omen Hawker does make a lot of sense. So let's go. Can draw 2 cards here. What's up, Shamsil? Yeah, let's just draw a card. I mean, I could play the other Leyline. Okay, that should wrap it up. Play this for more devotion. So now we just get boat, play boat, kill pack leader, and attack for 1. Just gonna play it super safe. I'm even gonna leave back the barber to crew the boat. I wonder if Faerie is good enough to make this deck playable. I feel like it was a good 1-drop or 2-drop away. Honestly, I think Omen Hawker is more impactful than Sleep-Cursed Faerie. The fact that Omen Hawker activates Nykthos gives you some really sick turns. Okay, no attacks. Untap. What'll be Karn for now? I guess we can just go to combat first. And, not have to choose what we're Karning for. They have lethal. 6, 7, 10, 11, 12, 13. So let's just go to combat. This is currently lethal. They may have a second bodyguard to kill the Skysovereign. I think they have Coco. Oh, it's not lethal, right? Yeah, it's not even lethal, because we kill 1 blocker and they just get to block this. So, you know what? I'm just going to play super safe. I'm just going to play it super safe. Because I think if we just do nothing, we're still fine. They go to 6. Yeah, we can Stonebrain. I mean, I could also just get a blocker. Actually, we can just get Leveler and cast it with Flash. Leveler with Flash. We get to go, eat something that they hit and then block with Leveler. Thought about a reality chip in the side. That could be kind of cool as a Karn target for the grindy matchups. You have the Blade of Shared Souls, which or not Blade, but you have the Bladecoil Serpent, which kind of accomplishes the same thing. Or at least a similar thing. I guess there was no reason to do that main phase, but we're fine. I guess the reason to do it main phase would be like some kind of protection spell. Alright, so against the elf decks, you almost certainly want these Tidebinder Mages. Yeah, Leveler. But especially Leveler with Flash. But have you considered Cityscape Leveler on your opponent's turn? Nah, no Master of Waves. Maybe you could play Master over Blade. That could be something. What are we meant to cut for these Tidebinder Mages? Because Trickster is also still pretty good. We can cut the Sleight of Hands, maybe. Yeah, just trying to play more to the board. Could also potentially cut the Sleep-Cursed Faeries. We will simply draw a blue source. I mean, you just can't mulligan these kinds of hands, right? Leyline, Nykthos, 1-drop, 2-drop. If you draw any blue source, this hand is broken. How do we beat turn 2 Pack Rat? We don't, actually. Well, that's not true. If you Trickster a turn 2 Pack Rat... if you Trickster a turn 2 Pack Rat, it just dies, right? That's how that works. What's up, KO? God damn it. I'm just gonna keep forgetting. I'm just gonna keep forgetting. Chat. Chat. Alright, I'm gonna pass the turn, because my cards have flash. I'm gonna pass the turn. I really hope they cast a spell pre-combat. We figured it out. We did the thing. This draw's kind of broken, huh? Holy shit. Is Lore Master not good? I feel like we could cut Faerie Mastermind, both Spectral Sailors. So Sailor is really good because you have like a bunch of mana with Nykthos, and you can also use Omen Hawker to activate Sailor. So I actually like Sailor a lot in this deck. I think it's just a better card than Lore Master. It's less devotion, of course, but... So there's really no good way for me to do this. To also hold up Wizard's Retort. So I guess we just don't hold up the counterspell this turn. Which one of these do I even play? Probably the Trickster. I think I take a hit. I mean, why would I take a hit? Oh, just to hold up the counterspell? Maybe. Like, what's the worst card they could resolve this turn? A 5/5? Do I care that much about a 5/5? I don't know that I do. I guess, like, Skyclave on Leyline would kind of be a beat. Yeah. Archon of Emeria? I don't think I care about Archon. Yeah, plus, like, okay. I mean, I guess I probably would have countered that, to be fair. They're killing the Omen Hawker. They're getting pretty rewarded for that. That's like, they get max punished if I just have an untapped land here. Really? I feel like it's better to kill the Leyline. I could be wrong. It does add a bunch of mana. Oh, this is so awkward. Because I have to main phase the Tidebinder, and I can't hold up Counterspell. This is, like, extremely awkward. I guess I could just play Hall and pass. No, I don't like that. Let's just play the Tidebinder. We can go Tidebinder, untap Sleep-Cursed, pass. The Evil One, thank you very, very much for the 5-month resub. They could have killed the Leyline. But yeah, maybe you're right. You're probably right. It is better to kill the Hawker. Yeah, it just cuts off so much mana. Yeah, maybe they just don't care that much about the Leyline. This is kind of the downside to playing this many halls. Is when it's your 4th land, it's kind of awkward. Tranquil Frillback. Okay, they're gonna pop this, which is annoying. Definitely annoying. Yep. I think we have to take this. I need the Devotion. Yeah, no more Flash. Okay, untap land is good. I'm gonna hold back the 3/3 because the 3/3 does check this, and it maybe threatens the trade for this. And like I'm in an awkward position if I attack with the 3/3 and they attack with Skyclave. I untap, they can just resolve something. I like don't really care about this, but I kind of want to use my mana here. So I guess I'll counter it, even though it's really not that threatening. I think I am going to take this trade. No, I'll take one hit before I take the trade. Yeah, maybe Cyclonic Rift could be good. Now we can probably be okay with attacking with this. So we can just untap it and play the Spectral Sailor. What do we got? Yeah, Thassa and Master of Waves, the standard classic. Alright, I mean, I'll call. They definitely have Bodyguard if they're doing this. They like 100% have Bodyguard. Oh, we're going to Coco. Well, if they hit Bodyguard off the Coco, this says Ward 2. So, yeah. They can't kill this. Sure. Just want to do this so I can have 6. So, take 3, go to 11, get a thing. Another Trickster. Which is not awful. Can attack with this and then untap it plus Trickster. Can Trickster the Werewolf Pack Leader for a turn. Yeah, I'm definitely going to Trickster the Pack Leader for a turn. And then leave the ability to untap Sleep-Cursed Faerie. I just don't want to take a hit. How do we trade? I could double block with Trickster, but that's really bad if they have another Bodyguard. Well, I'll just take the hit. We need to find a Karn. Karn to be insane here. Yeah, I guess that's true. We can just leave the Hull on defense next turn, which is bad if they have second Bodyguard. What's the special art card? It is Tranquil Frillback. They used it to pop our Leyline of Anticipation. Killing the Spectral Sailor, which we still have enough to activate Hall. Oh no. Not the Brimaz. Anything but the Brimaz. I'm just dead, right? 6. Maybe I can trade some stuff off and hold the Hull up. Oh, I'm 1 devotion short. I thought I had 1 more devotion. Well, I did have enough if they didn't kill the Sailor, right? Yeah. There's no combo with Blade of Shared Souls. It's mostly just like a value card that can, like, if you curve Merfolk Trickster into Blade of Shared Souls, you can copy the Trickster and it gives it additional devotion. So it's like you're adding 3 devotion for 3 mana. Kind of similar to how like Old Growth Troll does it in Mono Green Devotion. Oh, we are so dead. Unbelievably dead. Yeah, let's just go to game 3. Tough game. Very, very tough game. I feel like we should have a pretty significant edge against them. Just like, they put me in an awkward spot, but they killed that Omen Hawker. Because I drew the second Nykthos, and my only other land was a tap land. So, like, if I just had a different land that game, I would have been in a much better spot. We'll keep this. Sand seems okay. Yeah, Thassa would be pretty good there. Thassa's very good in these types of matchups where you're just playing a lot to the board. It's a Karn target VO. Just gonna bounce their elf. We call that Time Walk. Time Walk! Well, fuck me, I guess. Guess they just had 2 elves anyways. Filthy McNasty. Thank you for the Prime sub. Alright. Counterspell, I guess. Counterspell and or Brazen Borrower. I mean, I'm not going to not bounce their elf there. I kind of have to. 4 mana. No. I'm not even reading it. I'm just countering it. I refuse to read it. So we can go... I can go main phase Borrower, Omen Hawker, activate Nykthos, Blade copy Borrower, just to make 2 Borrowers. That, like, doesn't sound that bad, right? Just make, like, a shit ton of devotion and 2 3/1 flyers. Seems fine. They missed a land drop. I just want to pressure them while they're missing land drops. Now if we draw any payoff, we're chilling. Yeah, that's fine. Did they kill the Blade this time? Because that cuts me off 3 devotion. I think they should kill the Blade, yeah. Makes sense. Okay. Not exactly what I wanted to draw. So this is 3/4 Leyline Pass. Maybe I should upkeep tap their elf. Blade is blue. No, it's 3, because it's 1 from the Blade and 2 from the Borrower. So it's 3 devotion. It paid 3 life here. Oh, no. Blade is 2 in a blue. Yeah, Blade is 2 in a blue. We are targeting Omen Hawker. Sure. Yeah. You can attack me if you want. Kind of a strange trade to upgrade my 2/2 to a 3/3. I think I'm gonna save. Yeah, I don't know if I want to save this Trickster or not. Yeah, I guess it's fine. Because I want to tap this for a turn. Okay, not bad. Not the worst. Because now we can double Trickster. Maybe like Pack Leader plus 1 of the Skyclaves. What the hell is this? Oh, I guess that makes sense. That's bad. It'd be nice to draw a payoff. Oh my god. Alright, you win. I quit. You win. Jesus Christ. Mod check payoff. Can I find a Karn? Maybe a Spectral Sailor? Perhaps a Castle Vantress? Just anything? Faerie Mastermind? Shark Typhoon? Any payoffs? Those games 2 and 3 were like, oh god. I'm just gonna mulligan hands that don't have Leyline. Okay, this one's good. I mean, if I have Omen Hawker plus Nykthos, killing Omen Hawker makes a little bit more sense, I think. But I'm not an mono blue devotion expert. If only I was. Alright, we got a song request from Ropeburn in the queue. Oh, we're sleeping alright. We are definitely sleeping. Resident sleeper. Having Karn seems not synergistic. Well, I mean, it's just the best payoff for having an abundance of mana. But I mean, maybe you could try to make those into like Thassa's plus Master of Waves or something like that. They didn't mill a land, which is nice. It does kind of feel weird to play Mono Blue Devotion without Master of Waves. It does kind of feel a little strange. Which one do I remove a counter from? I think I'd rather start attacking them quicker, so I guess this one. I guess I could have... Was it better to untap there? No, because I can go end of turn, remove a counter from this one, next turn untap this one, attack for 6, as opposed to 3 this turn, 3 next turn. I guess it's the same. Yeah, I guess it is the same. I wouldn't mind drawing a land here. Because I can't really afford to go for just untap pass, because then they just Parhelion me. So let's just attack for 3. Yeah, and just chill. Maybe, I don't know. I mean, the nice thing about Karn is even in games where you don't have an overabundance of mana, like if you don't have Nykthos, Karn can still kind of cook a little bit. Where you just go like Karn for Tormod's Crypt on 4 lands, Karn for both the next turn. Like you can just, you can do a bunch of stuff with Karn. Even in like lower resource games. That's where Karn's a lot better. I could not care less about that card. They're just dead. Alright, attack for 9. I mean, this plan looks pretty good, huh? Just double Sleep-Cursed Faerie. This is not a bad plan. Call this the beatdown draw. Turn 6, turn 7 kill. Yeah, we have interaction plus counterspell too. This game looks Jover. Easy. Easy. Is Tidebinder Mage good against Greasefang? It's like okay against Chariot specifically. Is that worth bringing in? Maybe? It's really only good against Chariot. Let's just not bring it in. Like, the other creatures are Greasefang, Rafine's Informant, Shieldred, Parhelion, that kind of stuff. It seems pretty narrow. Like, the only spot I could see Tidebinder Mage being good is if they go turn 2, bin Chariot, turn 3, Greasefang, get Chariot back, and we have a Leyline in play. Right? And that's asking a lot. This hand's not good. This hand does not have a Leyline. It does have a Karn, though. How fast can we get this Karn into play? Not particularly fast. I mean, we have Omen Hawker Nykthos. I think we have to keep this hand. And just put back the Retort. And just, like, kind of just pray, cross our fingers. Yeah, Omen Hawker is really impressive, especially when combined with Nykthos. Like, this interaction makes this deck a lot more, like, explosive than it was before. Just these 2 cards alone. Even in spots like this, where I don't have a second island, I can just go Omen Hawker to make a blue, and still just cast Trickster. Like, it doesn't look like I have double blue, but I do. Which is kind of awesome. Yeah, so we can just play Omen Hawker and pass, and still hold up the Trickster. Kind of crazy. God, Omen Hawker Nykthos, man. I think, like, those 2 cards, we kind of have something here, you know? We definitely have something. The core seems extremely strong. So they can't Greasefang me. I'm trying to think if I'd rather play the Sailor or the Trickster. The Trickster gives me more devotion, but the Sailor is kind of a payoff if I don't find... You know what I mean? I think I'm supposed to play the Sailor. Although, hold on. If I play Trickster and they take Sailor, I can just Sleight of Hand to try to find a payoff, right? Yeah, it might just be better to have more devotion in play. Question is whether or not Karn or Master and Thassa are a better plan. You could maybe do a little bit of both, too. Again, I just think that Karn is everything, right? It's a payoff, but it's also just a good mid-game card. It does literally everything. It's like, if you have, 8 to 10 mana, Karn wins the game, and sometimes if you just have 4 mana, Karn can also still just win the game. It's just a ridiculous card. I discarded Thoughtseize. That's a good sign. So we can just go Sleep-Cursed Pass. Thassa and Rona. Yeah, Rona's kind of interesting. I don't know if I love Rona. Thassa, it could be worth playing a couple Thassas, though. But also, Master of Waves just seems kind of awkward when Fatal Push is the most played removal spell. So I'm not, like, super into Master of Waves. And I think that's also another benefit of having your 4-mana payoff be Karn versus Master, because it makes you a lot less weak to Fatal Push. I feel like they messed up by not taking the Sailor. Okay, I don't think I need 3 Omen Hawkers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this is 6. I could cast Leyline, but that seems worse than just playing this and holding up the rest of my mana. Because I can cantrip with Sailor into something that answers their board. Like if they put a Parhelion in the graveyard, I can try to find an answer with Sailor. Or they just, like, go to combat and die. That also works. I'll take 3. Deal. Shieldred would be the card that I don't want to see this turn. That's probably the worst case scenario, because Shieldred makes Sailor a much more risky proposition. Night of Autumn. Okay, that doesn't do anything. Sure. Yeah. I'm with you. Okay, end of turn. Make a boatload of mana. They're besagering my Nykthos. I'll respond. Thin the deck a little bit before activating. Okay, another Nykthos should be game. It's not another Nykthos, but we get to hold up the Merfolk Trickster. Yeah, I mean, I can't cast anything else, so... Ooh, I could have main phase activated Sailor to try and find Nykthos. Like, tap 2 Hawkers, activate Sailor. That could have been good. And then even if I brick, I can still hold up the Trickster. Well, now I'm just going to do this, take less damage, since they're not putting a vehicle into play. And maybe start trading off. Can also just take 3 damage, not a big deal. They don't attack. Whoops. Activate this. Untap. Nykthos, please. That's pretty good. Alright, your turn. Could be combo in this deck with Karn. What exactly would be the combo? Like, I'm sure it would probably involve Blade of Shared Souls or something like that. Just not sure. I'm not sure exactly what the combo would be. Haven't played any Pioneer. Wanted to go to the RC with either deck. Do you think they are both easy to play? Yeah, they're both pretty easy to play. They kind of just like, I mean, past the mulligan decisions, I think Heroic is certainly harder to play because there's more stuff, like with the Heroic deck, there's more things that you have to think about in regards to like sequencing and when you want to hold up protection and that kind of stuff. So that one's a little bit harder to play for sure. But I still think they're both relatively easy. Swish, thank you for the raid. What do you think of Trading Grounds in this deck? Probably a little bit too narrow in its utility. It is Devotion, which is nice. Which I don't hate that. Takenuma. And they've been getting very unlucky with their mills. They also got nothing back with Takenuma. Alright, 2-1. 2-1. This deck's feeling good. I like this deck a lot. We lost a very close 3-game set to that green-white deck, but this deck's been crushing. I know with Ichor Moon Gauntlet, there is a way to chain Veil into infinite turns. Yeah, probably a little too... probably a little too cute, I think. Alright, well, if we draw a Nykthos, this hand's broken. So hopefully we draw Nykthos. Basic Swamp. Okay. Wonder how the Rakdos matchup is. Looks like that's what they're playing. Because they could also be Greasefang. That's not bad if we can find a Nykthos. Yeah, I forgot again. God damn it. We should have a counter of how many times I forgot that my spells have flash. Should literally have a counter. Oh my god, I obviously got max punished too. God damn it. I know, I keep forgetting. That's a good draw. Alright, give me a Nykthos, please. See, this one I know has flash, because it says flash in the text. Yeah, it actually has triple flash. I'm gonna hold the Trickster. Nykthos. Chef's kiss. Do we uptick? Downtick is kind of awkward. Like, downtick get Tormod's Crypt kind of works, but then they just get to kill it within 4 man. So I kind of like uptick. Yes, I know my Karn has flash, but I want an extra loyalty. Well, actually, if I... Maybe the loyalty doesn't matter. Yeah, but like getting that extra loyalty is pretty important because okay, so hear me out, right? If I wait till their turn, like if they go for Greasefang and then I Karn in response, it's at 5 loyalty, which means they can just attack it to 2, and then if I minus it, it dies next turn. So I think main phasing it for the extra loyalty is worth it. So now what do we do? I can go down tick for boat. Then I can boat at instant speed. Get brain the Greasefang. Kind of want to just get boat though. Yeah, let's get boat. So get boat, land, pass. Instant speed boat. Because they can't Greasefang me this turn. Right, because we still have the Karn in play. Even if the Karn dies this turn, and then the boat should be able to clean some stuff up. We can, like, hold the Trickster for next turn if they then go for a follow-up Greasefang. Yeah, we can Sailor and boat. That's the plan this turn. Sailor, then boat. Combat's fine. Assume they just send everything at Karn, right? In which case, Karn will cease to exist, I think. Because I can kill, block, but yeah, that's fine. Alright, Karn dead. Karn has done its job, though. Liliana of the Veil. Huh. Makes things kind of awkward here, huh? Do I just discard Trickster? If I discard Trickster, I'm kind of weak to Greasefang next turn. I could discard Sailor and just cast Boat. Sailor activate. I really want to cast the Boat this turn. Because I need to start cleaning up their shit. So I think I kind of have to cast the Boat. And just hope to draw a creature that can crew the Boat. Because then I get to kill everything, right? We go like Boat, ETB, kill Informant, crew, attack, kill Cat, attack Liliana. We just kill everything. I'm gonna discard Trickster. I want to keep the Sailor because if I don't find a creature, I have enough mana to just activate the Sailor. I mean, if they have Greasefang, we're kind of screwed anyways, right? Times 10, times 10, times 10, times 10. That is interesting. Huh. Maybe I should have targeted Liliana. Then I could have gone attack Liliana for 1, pass, and then have this up if they go for Greasefang. Because now I'm exposed to a Greasefang. If I just main phase this, kill Liliana. Is there a way that I can avoid that? I mean, I could just pass. But passing is not good because they just plus Liliana. I have to respond, and then they cast the Greasefang, right? So... yeah, this is kind of awkward. 5. Yeah, so I guess we go Trickster. think I maybe messed up the sequencing on this. Yeah, they just won't have a Grease Fang, it's fine. They simply will not have a Grease Fang. They don't we're crushing. They obviously do. Obviously do. We can still win if we find Karn, maybe. Can activate Sailor in response to Lily and Trickster Grease if it comes down. I don't think I had enough mana to do that. 2, 4, 6, 7. Peepo! Thank you for the raid. Welcome, raiders. I think I was a little bit short of that, right? Oh, I had exactly 6 mana, right? Yeah. But then I get to keep the Liliana in play. It's kind of close. Is there any way out of this? Well, it probably involves this first. Make 8, activate Sailor. Just Prage. Blade. So, Blade can copy Trickster. Maybe Sailor just for another chump blocker. Um... 16, because I need to at least chump 1 angel. Yeah, there was just a low intro. Music was still there. It was just a very quiet intro. So copy crew using these two. Go to combat. Attack, kill, Grease Fang. If they double block, I think I'm relatively happy with that. I mean, I lose the boat, of course, but then I don't have to chump block with my Sailor. I know, it was a very close decision that one turn that I discarded it. I'm not sure it was correct. They don't block. Okay, your turn. I definitely could have made some different decisions this game. I'm not sure, like, what was correct, because it really all depends on what they had. It's a very, very tough game to navigate. Ditch. Said no Tidebinder Mage last time, right? Too narrow. It's only good against Chariot. Yeah, that was a tough game. That was definitely a tough game. Watsy will regret this set more at 11. I don't get it. What's the joke there? What am I missing? Glassjaw's so good. So what have we learned today, chat? We definitely have something here with Omen Hawker plus Nykthos, because that interaction is kind of messed up. Past that, I don't know. The rest of this deck I could take or leave. Like, Sleep-Cursed Faerie, kind of hit or miss. Blade, hit or miss. Trickster's good. Sleight, I could take or leave. Spectral Sailor, fine, I guess, with Omen Hawker. Retort, could kind of take or leave. Barbara's good. Leyline's broken. So, like, the core is Omen Hawker, Leyline, Trickster, Nykthos. And then past that, it's like, there's plenty of other ways that you can build it. But Omen Hawker plus Nykthos is good. I've definitely learned that. Yes, the Leyline makes everything have flash. Unless your name is Doomwake and you don't realize that the cards have flash. I mean, I'm just going to do this, right? The same kind of fucks. Tempo. Tempo. Wish we had a tempo command. Alright, that's broken if we find a Nykthos. Be my guest. It's the last spell you're resolving this game, buddy. We do have a tempo command. Do we? I don't know what it is. Oh, that's the tempo command. I see. I'm with you. You want to cast a Grease Fang? The triple blue Djinn. Well, the awkward part about that is you have Nykthos and Hall. No thanks. I'm good with that. Like, Nykthos and Hall both don't pump the Djinn, so that's kind of awkward. But it could be worth. Alright, if they have Thoughtseize Greasefang land, they wanted it more. They just wanted it more if they have Thoughtseize Greasefang land. I'm letting that resolve, for sure. Shore Crasher Elemental. That's the one that has Megamorph, right? Or Morph of some variety. I don't remember the exact text on it, but I'm pretty sure it has Morph. I messed around a lot with that card in Standard. What if I just cast Karn? Yeah, we just Karn for Tormod's Crypt, right? Like, what can they really do? There you go. Guess worst case scenario, they like push Trickster. I don't even know. It's somewhat hard to kill. Alright, so it's blue, blue, blue for a 3/3. Pay blue, exile it, then return it to the battlefield face down under its owner's control. Morphs for 5. You can pay 1 to give it +1, -1, or -1, +1. Yeah. I mean, it's not the worst, right? It's not the worst idea. Play Chariot. Chariot resolves. Traverse the Ulvenwald. I mean, I guess I'll pop this in response. You can search for a basic if you want. There you go. Get a basic land. Joke's on me. They were going to get a basic anyways. Activated abilities cannot be activated. Rude. I got 2 bangers. Land would be nice. It's pretty good too. Is there anything worth getting here? Should I Stonebrain Greasefang? Can you unearth with Karn in play? Yes, because it's when it's in the graveyard, it doesn't get shut off by Karn. They have 2 cards in hand. I don't know, it's weird. Like, if I get Stonebrain and name Greasefang, what if they just have a Shieldred? I mean, I could also just plus, right? Like, plus attack for 3 pass. And then I could just hold up untap plus Trickster. Like, there's really no way for me to lose this game. You've triggered my trap card. I'm gonna block. Alright, I block. Essica's Chariot. Alright, you got it. That's fine. My turn. Kind of just want to draw land. Bazinga. Wait, chat, what happens if I do this? If I copy, and then what happens if I now animate the blade? Oh, nothing, right? Just becomes a 2/2 again? Okay, I won't do that then. Plus on nothing. Yeah, because it says for as long as it remains attached. Can grab Exile Crypt under Cauldron. Oh, grab Cauldron, Cauldron, Exile Crypt, and then Karn for the Crypt that's under the Cauldron. That's kind of hot. That sounds kind of hot. Our opponent appears to be extremely dead. What do you think about some more Karn targets like Golos, Godfur, Statue, and Gearhulk? Well, Golos is kind of sketchy. I guess it's not sketchy if you also played the Cataracts. Statue could be okay. Gearhulk, I don't know. Do you really need more payoff than these 3? Like, I think these are the 3 best ones that you can play for payoffs. And I'm just not sure that you need more than this. I think this is just enough. Like, what's the worst Karn target? Maybe the Cauldron is kind of sketch. This one has not come up yet. This one's kind of weird. But I'm sure there are spots where it comes up. In the Blade too. The Blade is like, maybe you don't need the Cauldron and the Blade. Those are the 2 sketchy ones. But I'm not sure if you'd want more payoffs or if you'd want more, like, mid-range threats. Like, you know how green can Karn for a Chariot? What could we Karn for that's like Chariot adjacent in either blue or colorless? Because that's kind of what I want. Just like a 3 or a 4 drop. I guess Blade maybe is that answer. But like I kind of want to be able to Karn for a 3 or a 4 drop that's good in the grindy matchups. Hearse instead of Cauldron. Maybe that, yeah. Submarine? I don't know about that. This hand would be the stone cold nuts if we had Leyline and or Nykthos. I think I'm... Yeah, I'm still keeping. We have Hawker, we have Karn, we have a cantrip. We can find Nykthos off this. Yeah, just simply just Karn for Master of Waves. It's fine. Silent Submersible? No, I'm not doing that. When do we grab Bladecoil? When we have like 20 mana floating. Because it just cue sad violin music. Every time. Every time. Every time. I'm just in endless despair. I found a land, that's lucky. I'm just going beatdowns. Alright. Make a 3/3 flyer. Next turn, hold up counter spells. Alright, they found back-to-back lands. It's pretty unlucky. Yeah, that's fine. Hawker, hold up counter spell. Attack for 3. Go to 15. Kind of stinks that we basically just have to counter every spell that puts a card in the graveyard. I think Gadwick is the best mid-range threat. Yeah, but you can't Karn for it. I'm going to let that resolve. You can have that one. Don't think I'll be countering that one today. Am I trading? No. I just want to go beatdowns. Because I think I can win this race. I think I can win this race. It's going to be a little tight. They go to 8. They go crew, attack for 8. We chump, take 4, go to 12. Go to 2. No, I think we win the race. I'm countering this, right? Yeah, I have to. Oh, I can also untap one of my Sleep-Cursed Fairies to block a cat token, which is pretty good. They actually, I think they were supposed to just use the cat tokens to crew and send with both of these, because then if I want to block, I have to trade. But this actually makes the race favor me a little bit more, I think. I think that was a mistake from them. Because now we go to 10, attack for 6. Next turn we can double untap. It's pretty good too. Now they're at 2. They can't even Thoughtseize themselves, which was one of their outs if their last card was Parhelion. Is Metamorph Pioneer legal? I wish it was. Wait, guys, what if we just got the ring? Why are we not playing the One Ring? We should obviously be playing the One Ring, right? What are they doing? So, -3, -1, mill 3. Alright, well, don't hit Parhelion, I guess. I can't stop that. Please no Parhelion. Yes! 2 lands and a Thoughtseize. So we know one of their cards is a land. I'm going to use my mana to untap Sleep-Cursed Faerie. Alright, you may proceed. The clear Omen speaker line, yeah. Whoo, boy. Alright, 3-1. Not bad. This deck is performing very well. I'm honestly, I'm kind of surprised. I would say I'm pleasantly surprised. This has been feeling good. Alright, let's get a little 4-1 prediction. And I think we could definitely clean this up quite a bit, too. The core is very strong. There's a lot of good stuff going on. And I think we can definitely make this better. So this hand's missing Leyline and Nykthos. This hand's weird, because, like, we don't have a utility land. We don't have anything to use with Omen Hawker mana. And we also don't have any of our explosive cards. So I'm pretty sure that I'm not supposed to keep this hand. I mean, I would say that I'm trying to mulligan to Leyline, but I mean, I kind of am. Spike, thank you so much for the raid. Welcome, Spikelings. I don't know why, but in my Twitch dashboard, everything is showing up as double, so it shows that I got 2 raids from Aspiring Spike. Twice the raids, twice the follows. Yeah, reset the Karn. We're playing some Pioneer Mono Blue Devotion. We're 3-1. Deck's been feeling pretty good so far. Do you streamers stream with your shoes on since you were at work? No. I actually don't even have socks on. Alright, well, we're on 5. It's not a great 5. Yeah, barefoot at work. Show feet to prove? No. Yeah, what makes you guys think I'm even wearing pants right now? Brody Man, thank you so much for the 4-month resub. Says go blue. Feet picks for primers. I have a question. Nah. Well, you see, we're not winning this game. I'll tell you that much. You know, if they cast any card but Go Blank that turn, I would have had a much better chance. I mean, that's probably the best draw in the deck in this exact situation. Because we have the mana to activate it with Omen Hawker. Graveyard Trespasser. That's fine. I don't care too much about that. Yeah. End step. Cast this. Could activate main phase in case I find the Nykthos, but I think I'd rather just hold up. I could also main phase to try and find a 1-drop to not flip the Trespasser, but I think it's way more likely they just have more discard spells in hand, so I'll just hold. Rude. Rude. Alright, well, if they have Thoughtseize, I don't really care. Although, it's going to be really hard to, you know... Like, I'm trying to think of what our best draw here is. Maybe Karn? Basic Island, definitely not it. We're on kind of sort of a 2-turn clock, too, if they find a land. Because I'm at 15. This is 7. Yeah, I think we probably don't have any outs now. Is Moxfield not loading decks for anyone else? Is Moxfield broken? That'd be unfortunate. So, our sideboard is 11 Karn targets and 4 Tidebinder Mages, and our opponent's playing a mono black deck, so I'm going to elect to not sideboard. Oh, I need to delete that command. We're no longer affiliated with that website. I guess I really never was affiliated with that website, but we are currently sponsored by Moxfield. So if you would like to check out all of my decks, ! Moxfield. Moxfield's awesome. They have so many cool features. So many dope-ass features. Oh, for the aspiring Spike viewers just tuning in, I announced this last night. We have a new sponsor. Now, I'm not going to tell you, and I'm not going to leak what the sponsor is, but what I will tell you is it is MTG related, and I just got notification that a shipment, because they're sending me a bunch of products to kind of demo and show you guys on stream. The shipment it got shipped yesterday. So we should have that maybe in the next week or so, and we're going to do like a really big unboxing. I'm going to showcase you guys all the products. No guesses. So it's feet cams. Okay, you can guess if it's feet cams. I said it's MTG related. How is Factor MTG related? I mean, I guess you do need to eat at tournaments, so... Why don't people play Bladecoil Serpent and Modern Coffers? What's the black ability of this? Make them discard cards. The only problem with that is by the time you've gotten to this much mana, then your opponents, like, they probably don't have that many cards in hand anyways, because you're playing Thoughtseize too. Captain Crunch cereal, also not affiliated with MTG. Okay. This hand's, for a 6-card hand, it's good. Definitely gonna keep this. Yeah, but it's not even 6 mana. It's like way more than... Well, I mean, it is 6 mana, right? 6 mana, 6/5, they discard 3. Like, that's just not better than Wormcoil Engine in most spots. Like, especially against Scam. Because most of the... Yeah, Flash. Most of the spots that you would want a 6 mana card against Scam, like, they usually empty their hand very, very quickly. So the discard 3 probably just doesn't even matter that much. Did I not see the Captain Crunch crossover? You're trolling me, right? Please tell me you're trolling me. Is that, like, a real thing? Fatal Push this. The fact he hasn't said it isn't Hot Pockets has me thinking it's actually Hot Pockets. I mean, technically affiliated with MTG, right? Oh, the Serial Secret Layer. Yeah. Ooh. So I could make another Sleep-Cursed Faerie. I should probably just take this Karn, though. I'd love to find the Nykthos here. Nykthos would go Brazy. Is it the state government of Ohio? Can't confirm it's not the state government of Ohio. That'd be a tight sponsor. The Ocho. Shout out to the Ocho. They used to do... Is that the... that's the people that used to do coverage of, like, the Pro Tours, right? Where they used to have coverage of the Pro Tours on ESPN. I shit you not. I know a lot of people probably don't believe me when I say that, but they honestly really... They did. I promise you. It was just 2. Gotcha. Can you, like, not draw this card every game? Society, if my opponent ever played a game where they didn't draw Go Blank, I'm 0% against this card. Like, what do you want from me? I can't beat it. I literally can't beat it. There's just like, what am I supposed to do? I'm only a human being. I can't beat this card. Why are we not just main decking 4 of this card in every single Pioneer deck? Does anybody know? Bobby, what if we splash Go Blank in mono green? Ooh. Okay, I can work with that. Nah, no Gadwicks. Karn is your big payoff. Could cycle main phase to play around Bowmaster. Life. Yeah, splash in 4-color humans. Could you splash 56 cards into a Go Blank deck? Ask the people who play Go Blank. I don't know. They think they're just like it's gospel to them, you know. The people who registered this card firmly believe it is the best card in the format. Wait. Draw step Go Blank, anybody? Did we just break Go Blank? I mean, the card was already broken before, so... I've been liking Pioneer a lot more. Ooh, that's actually a... Well, no, it's not a good draw. You have another Fatal Push. You would never. I'm just going to activate Castle this turn. Shout out to the old sub song. Now we have to hear Canister's lovely voice. Oh, that's a good point. I could just use the Hawker to activate Hall if I wanted to, instead of activating Castle. See what they do. Yeah, I guess that's better, right? Because they have to have Fatal Push for the Hall. Because they can also just Fatal Push this. But I feel like if they had Fatal Push, they would have just used it last turn. My two favorite cards in the entire format. No wonder why their deck is so broken. Alright. Deck. No wonder why their deck is so broken. You get to play the end and go blank? My god. Tonbur with the 2 gifted subs. Thank you so much. Drop a link for the deck tech in the chat, and I will be happy to take a look at it. Someone cooked here. You always cook. Has anybody ever won a game of Pioneer where player A, like, if player A resolves the end and go blank, player B is just obligated to concede, right? There's just no beating both of those cards. I'm topping a land. Nah, you're lying, Bobby. I don't believe you. Literally just lying. They can double block Hall. Pretty happy with that, though. Yep. Alright, so they go to 3 and we have 2/2/2s. We still have that castle, though, even if they, like, you know, still kind of chilling. Alright, let's look at Tonbur's deck. Ooh, a scale. Bartolome, Bond Warden, Ginger Brute, Hangerback, Apprentice, Knight, Patch, Berserker, Ginger, Cauldron. Okay, so we're like the black-white deck, but we're splashing for Hardened Scales Ozolith. I don't really understand the Ginger Brood. Is that just for Cauldron? No, come on. No, not my precious castle. Alright, cast your Fatal Push. Yeah. Jesus Christ. Well, I sure hope they don't have a second Bile Blight. Sure hope they don't have a second copy of... Ooh, we got him. Let's go. Thank God. Wait, hold on, chat, alert the press. I have just won a game of Pioneer where my opponent resolved turn 3 go blank and turn 5 the end. Just stop the count right now. It's over. It's actually Jover. Yeah, Bile Blight versus Model Blue Devotion. A tale as old as time. Okay, so Gingerbread's kind of weird. I guess it kind of makes sense with Cauldron. Only 2 Knight Errant's kind of interesting. I guess we got to make room for the scales somewhere. I think 7 is probably too many. I think I'd go to 3 Ozolith the Shattered Spire. So like 4 scales, 3 Cauldron, 2 of each Ozolith. I think that's a good number. The Ginger... Ginger's kind of weird because a lot of the time you're going to be sacrificing creatures to Bartolome. Therefore, you're not getting a ton of use out of Ginger, I think? Right? With 8 modular creatures, you can stack on it pretty easily. The Ginger Brute? Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. The cards that seem kind of out of place here are the Brute and the Ginger. I guess there's, like, some sort of utility with Cauldron, but honestly, I'd rather just play... like, more Berserkers. I just want to max out on the backup stuff. Like, 4 Bond Warden, 4 Berserker, 4 Apprentice. I think I'd rather do that. So, like, Ginger, cut the 2 Gingers for 2 more Berserkers, and then cut the Shattered Spire for, like, 3rd Knight Errant of Eos, because you're adding more 1-drops. So then your deck is, like, 12 1-drops, 4 Hangerback, 4 Bartolome, the Scales, and the Cauldrons, and it's like a lot more streamlined at that point. How does that sound? Alucardessu, thank you for the Prime sub. I feel like that makes sense to me. That's what you had at first. Yeah, I think I like that more than this. Like, Max Berserker for sure, and then if you're playing max 1-drops, that just makes your Knights so much better. You could honestly, at that point, maybe even go to 21 land and just play 4 Knights. Because you have 12 1-drops and... yeah, just like 12 1-drops. There's so many games where you're just going to go 1-drop, double 1-drop, and then Knight on 3. So, yeah, cut the Ginger, cut the Brute, add 2 Scorn Blades, cut the Ozolith for a 3rd Knight, and cut a land for the 4th Knight. And just kind of streamline the deck a little bit. I think I like that better. Afraid of opposing aggro decks with no out of flood creature. Afraid of opposing aggro decks with no out of food creature plus Cauldron. Yeah, I mean, I guess you could just short that up in the sideboard though, right? Like, you don't necessarily need to main deck that stuff. I think game one you just want to be as streamlined as possible. Surely they won't kill my Omen Hawker, right? Yeah, my spells now have flash. Not the Bile Blade, please. No, no. Alright, so if they cast Go Blank next turn, how can we possibly win? That's the question. The answer is probably just, I can't win, but, you know. Oh, thank God. Thank God. If they had Go Blank here, our career would be ended. This is kind of interesting. I'm actually gonna cast the Trickster here. I know that I'm not getting any utility out of it, but I don't want to discard a card to tap the Trespasser anyways, and I'd rather have a Wizard in play so I can go Counterspell plus Sailor next turn. Because both the Sailor and the Masterminds are not wizards. Pretty sure this isn't the first time that dude lost to Bile Blade and Pioneer. True! Very, very true. Oh, maybe I should have main phased the Sailor. Yeah, perhaps I should have main phased the Sailor so they didn't flip this. Just need to counter anything they play here. I know it's very likely they have more removal, but I just need to use my mana. Well, thankfully their Go Blank does not have flash. I need to find a Nykthos. God, if only I was in the play this game, huh? Could have countered this stupid Trespasser. If only I was on the play. Yeah, flipping doesn't matter, though, because I'm just going to hold up for Counterspell next turn anyways, right? Ooh. Okay, they didn't have a Counterspell. They didn't have a removal spell there, which is nice. I mean, if I draw Nykthos, I'm probably in a good spot. But we can't have to draw Nykthos, like, now. Yeah, this is... See, this is the real problem we have to ban Karn. Not the filthy mono green deck. Mono blue. Yeah, I know we're losing the race, but not if we draw Nykthos. Or a, you know, basic island. That also works. Why do they have a draw step stop? Oh, I guess for the end, sure. Oh, I'm just dead on board, aren't I? Probably shouldn't have put myself dead on board. Guess I should have traded. I mean, if I trade, I just have no devotion left. Maybe they won't go for it. Alright. Paid actor. I mean, guys, if I double block the Graveyard Glutton, I still go to 3, and I have no outs to the 3/3 anyways. Like, I'm never winning that game anyways, you know what I mean? I just had no chance. Needed to be in the play that game. Alright, no 4-1. You hate to see it. Deck was pretty impressive, though. Again, like I said, I really, really do like the combination of Omen Hawker, Merfolk Trickster, Leyline, and Nykthos. Those 4 cards create an extremely powerful core that, like, there's even a lot of situations where you just go, like, you keep a 2-lander where it's Island plus Nykthos and Omen Hawker, and what ends up happening is just, you know, even if you don't draw the second land, you just go, like, use your Omen Hawker to float the Nykthos into a blue mana, and that still gives you double blue on turn 2. So, like, there's just a lot of cool things you can do with Omen Hawker. I definitely want to experiment more with this shell. Like, I'm not 100% sold on the Sleep-Cursed Faerie Blade Retort, like that kind of package deal. Not sure if that should just be more 2-drops. Like we've played what's the 2/3 that I forget the name of? The 2-mana 2/3 that you can like draw cards on their turn or something, whatever that card's called. We've played that before. That could be something to explore just to make your Nykthos turns more explosive, having more double blue 2-drops. Blade was pretty cool. Yeah, Academy Lore Master, that's the one. Blade was cool when you had Trickster, but when you're copying a 1-mana thing, it's like you're spending 3 mana for 2 devotion, which is like, it's a lot better if you're copying a 2-drop. But yeah, really cool deck. Thanks again, Lemon Witch. I had a lot of fun with this. It was a sweet deck. Triple blue Island Djinn. It's kind of awkward when you have 3 Hall, 2 Castle, 4 Nykthos, and an Otawara. So I don't know if I want the Djinn.